Welcome to part 6 of the Mustang 302 revamp. Today we're going to be working on the wiring. We already have the alternator wired up. Looks good as it can be. What I would like to do now is clean up, cut out anything that I'm not going to be using, any old emission system, anything like that. You know, this ignition system here should be leaving the car because we're running an electronic ignition, just, you know, simplified. We don't need this. This is like the intermittent between points and a full electronic ignition system and everything. So anyway, it looks good though. So we're gonna get that loomed up. You know, I believe the key to a really nice engine bay is simplicity and proper wire routing. And I think if we can get these wires in the proper amount of loom, proper look, you know, secured correctly, I think it'll really bring the engine bay together. Yes, it's just a few wires, but it really makes a difference whenever someone looks in an engine bay and they see the time you took just in routing a wire. You know, shows you how much you care about it. But so let me show you what that distributor's looking like. The distributor is pretty nice. Just got it in. It's got a low profile vacuum advance. It is blue. Originally we were thinking black, but I think the blue is going to look great against the other blue in here. Yes, it's a different shade, but I still think it's going to look good. So anyway, we'll put some assembly lube on this and just a dab or two around this seal so it doesn't pinch it or do anything silly on the way in. Other than that, assembly lube on the shafts and the gear and where the oil pump drives into it. Just a hair, you know, not much, but yeah, so that's the distributor. So we're going to get it. I would like to get the wiring. I'd like to get the wiring done today, and then from there, I'd like to get it set in time, the distributor set in it, and after that, we'll be finishing up the front end of it, and we're pretty much ready to start. So if I could really get all that done today, that would be awesome, and we would have a great headway, and that would allow next week to be a testing week for the car, doing shakedowns, you know, driving, pull it back in, lift it up, look at the bottom side of it. Now, before we even back it out of the garage, I would like to go through it one more time, just look from top to bottom, make sure that I'm not missing anything small and stuff like that. All right, I didn't show it on camera, but I have separated the wires, labeled what I needed labeled, added on what I needed, replaced what I felt like needed replaced in the sense of like a broken wire, maybe an old wire that could be breaking internally of the rubber. So either way, I'll show you that in just a second. I also got where the heater line comes back into the intake, that inlet. I got a 45 degrees, I believe it is, inlet, and got that threaded in. I've also got the temperature sensor threaded in, and I've also got a plug for that intake. So let me show you what's going on in there and give you an idea of what's going on, and then we'll go on from there. All right, this is where the heater line will be coming back into the intake. Temperature sensor, that's the plug. Then we'll move over here. Here's the wiring. This will be our coil wire, your electronic choke, oil sensor wire, and the temp wire. So it's all there, and it's looking better. I'm gonna clean this up, I believe. So we ended up taking out the original electronic ignition box, like the ignition system, and I just put the new coil there. You can see it there, mounted to the fender properly. So like I said, I'm just going to finish up cleaning up this wiring and move from there. We've also been eyeing up the kick down bar, what we're going to do about that, how we're going to make that work properly. So that's where we're at with that. Yeah, it's looking good though. Got her set to top dead center at the moment. I'm about to drop the distributor in now that I have the temperature sensor and that plug and the heater line inlet in. And then we also still need to build the fuel line. So yes, looking good. So check this out. All right. show you these wires we got cleaned up, all loomed up. This will be like your engine harness more or less. So this will be your electronic choke, coolant sensor, and that'll be your oil pressure sensor. This over here, you have a positive wire, that is your cool wire. And then there's another wire in here that's a tack wire that's also going to the cool. AC hookup. And then also got the distributor wires coming over here to the cool. And all I have to do now is tie all that up, make sure it all looks good coming over. Then clean this up a little, cleaned up some of the wiring down here. And yeah, I fast forward a little here. We also got the fan back on along with the shroud. The upper radiator hose in. The engine is set in time now with the distributor in it. I would like to clean these plug wires up a little bit better. And we also are going to have to reevaluate our throttle bracket. This blue bracket here. Because the way the kickdown bar works, I don't know how well it's going to work next to it, but and then that's the last thing we'll have to get to hook the kickdown up is whatever bracketry we need to meet from here to here on the Demon. But we did order this little, if you can see it with this red spring and this little bracket coming off the carburetor, that's like a return spring for that. But there's an adjustment screw there for it. Other than that though, it's coming along nicely. We're getting close. All right, now we're back with it. We have the wires in, they're all routed up. We still need to clean up these plug wires. I have the breather on here just to show what it's looking like. It's just barely fitting in there, but it needs to be dusted off, cleaned off. We also have this AC line on. The dryer will be here today or tomorrow, but that's not mandatory to start the engine. So we're just trying to make our way towards starting and making sure everything works properly and all the wiring is correct. So we got the coil wired up, the distributor wired up, everything like that is wired up. So yeah. All right, I just wanted to get on here and say thanks for watching the video. Make sure to like and subscribe. The next video will be starting the engine. That's pretty much where we're at. We'll be topping it off on fluids. That'll be transmission fluid and power steering fluid and coolant. And then we'll be starting it. So thanks for watching. Make sure to like and subscribe.
Like and subscribe to my uncle's cage.